All right, hey South Texas, hope your day is going well. It is cold out there, isn't it? That cold front has passed through and cooler weather has really settled in across the region. As we make our way throughout today, expect mold and ragweed to be light, not expecting really any issues from that. We're going to be having lighter on the allergens thanks to all the rain that's kind of knocked everything out of the air. So I'm pulling up Facebook right now. I want to be able to answer some of y'all's questions. Be sure to send them my way. I want to be able to tell you a little bit more about this cold weather. So, Nikki says, old news, it's cold outside. We know. That's right, Nikki. Helen says, hi from San Marcos. Hello to you, Samantha. Good morning, Samantha. And then Samantha says, cold today. Yeah, that is right. It is very much on the cold side. So now I've got everything up here. Let's talk a little bit about those temperatures. It's 43 right now at the San Antonio airport. Sometimes we get lucky and we catch that airplane making a landing out there at the airport right now. Temperatures in the 40s, and it is, again, a very chilly start. I accidentally exited out of Facebook. There we go. Got it back up. Feel free to send me some of your questions that you may have. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Again, 43 at the airport, 44 at Calaveras Lake. Pretty dreary in all locations there. A lot of cloud cover. Seeing some light showers on the radar in some spots, but the radar is not picking up on all the spots that are seeing drizzle. Some spots are seeing drizzle and it's not showing up on radar. So yes, we are seeing rain, more rain than what the radar is actually trying to show there. Check out how close it is to freezing rain to us, for us. You see freezing rain all the way up to San Angelo, stretching down into parts of the hill country, possibly light freezing drizzle. Now here's the catch. Much of the stuff on the ground, the ground is too warm. You have to have multiple days of cold weather for it to be to really stick. You may get a little bit of this moisture to stick to metal poles, maybe even a little bit on power lines, but it's not going to be enough to cause any issues. Just a little heads up there up towards Fredericksburg, maybe into parts of western Kerr County, northern Edwards County, where we do have some colder air, but it's not enough to really cause any issues, so don't be expecting that. Take a look up towards North Texas. They've got a lot of it. They also have some snow up towards Amarillo. They even have snow closer on up towards Oklahoma City, so lots of wintry weather out there. It is a very cold system passing through. Temperatures right now sitting in the 30s. Across parts of the region. Remember, we have some little bit of freezing drizzle in spots. That's going to be areas like Rock Springs where it's 32. It's 36 in Kerrville, 34 in Fredericksburg. Very cold, 36 in Bernie. Meanwhile, it is 43 right here in San Antonio. It is a very chilly morning, feeling more like wintertime out there. Those winds still out of the north, bringing in the cooler air and the drier air. The catch is we are still dealing with rain, and you may be saying, well, why are we seeing rain? Well, this is a very shallow, cold air mass. So with that, we actually have some moisture that's going over it, and it's allowing for us to see a little bit of shower activity. That's why the showers are going from south to north. That's because the winds aren't all out of the north. Only the winds at the surface are. And not just only at the surface, higher up they are too, but in some spots of the atmosphere, we are getting more southerly winds I'm trying to mention there. So, feels like temperatures. With the wind, it actually feels more like the 20s in parts of the hill country. 37 is what it feels like outside in San Antonio. Feeling like 40s in other spots. 38 in Floresville. Man, it is feeling cold out there. Real cold. And the temperature change over the last 24 hours is significant. It feels more than 30 degrees cooler compared to this time yesterday across much of the region. It feels 40 degrees cooler in Carrizo Springs right now than this time yesterday. So really, really chilly conditions. Dew points in the 30s to 40s. So much lower on the dew points compared to where we were at just about a week ago. Here's a look at what we have as far as the future clouds and radar is concerned. Again, a little bit of freezing drizzle possible for parts of the hill country. Not expecting it to be an issue. Rain chances really pick up overnight. We're going to see rain chances bump up to more of a 70% chance as we move throughout this evening and into early tomorrow morning. Check out the amount of shower activity we see. That's what we need. We need that kind of rainfall. We need actually even more than that. But unfortunately, we're not going to catch anything by the time we get into Wednesday afternoon. We're going to get more sunshine. Temperature's going to be rising up to the 60s and 50s for highs. So yes, it will be warmer for our Wednesday, and we are going to get more sunshine after having multiple days of all this cloud cover that's been kind of sticking around. We'll also have a warmer start to Thursday. I'm going to run the timeline back here. This is Thursday morning. Oh, let me see if the computer wants to work with me. I don't know if it's going to bump back for me. There we go. So this is Thursday morning. Notice temperatures in the 40s compared to the 30s where we started off with for today. And then we move into the afternoon, temperatures will eventually rise back into the 60s. But you see that only took us through 11 a.m. there. Some of the weather models don't go out as far as others. That's a shorter term weather model, I guess you could say. So here's a look at the next 7 days. Looking like the majority of the rain will be in the hill country. Closer to Rock Springs, may see about an inch of rain to maybe an inch and a quarter. When you get closer on towards San Antonio, less than half of an inch. And that's where most of us will be for the next 7 days, seeing less than half of an inch of rainfall. The good news is we are seeing some rain. We need that rain, and it looks like a majority of it will be in the hill country, which is also good because that helps the aquifer recharge. Right now it's sitting at 659.9 feet. The 10-day average, 659.7, so that is below that 660 mark, and yes, stage 1 water restrictions remain in place for now. We also are tracking something out there in the tropics. Now, there's nothing that has a chance for development out there, but there is a system that has already developed, and that's Zeta. It's down towards the Yucatan Peninsula, and it looks like it's going to be real close to us, right? But it's not going to impact Texas other than some rip currents closer to the coast. And the reason why is because of this upper level low pressure that's sitting over us right now. This upper level low pressure is going to steer this system and make it turn to the right. That's why there's that turn there with the cone. The system's expected to turn, be a Category 1 hurricane as it nears the mouth of the Mississippi River in Grand Isle, Louisiana. It'll move over coastal Mississippi and coastal Alabama before it zips on off towards the northeast. They've had enough hurricanes over there this year and tropical systems. Let's hope that they don't get too much damage from this one either. The Air Force Reserve hurricane hunters, which fly out of Keesler Air Force Base, they've had to evacuate multiple times this year. They have evacuated to Joint Base San Antonio. So they're actually in town right now. You know, welcome to San Antonio. If any of y'all are watching right now, it's their I think third evacuation to JBSA this year. They've had to evacuate 4 times, and I think the other time they went to Houston, the Joint Base there in Houston. So just something that they've been, or the airport actually in Houston, I believe is what they went to. I forget which one. I'll have to look that up. But, you know, they've had to evacuate just like how other people have had to evacuate from these systems. How many systems have made landfall near Louisiana or at Louisiana? Really, the Gulf as a whole. Let's take a look at that. Hannah, remember, that was way back, was that July, I believe? Made landfall down towards Port Mansfield. Beta made landfall right there at Matagorda Island. And then you see Laura, Delta, right there in Lake Charles, caused a lot of headaches for them. Cristobal, Marco, both there near the mouth of the Mississippi River where Zeta is expected to head towards. And then Sally made landfall in coastal Alabama and right near the Florida Panhandle as well, causing a lot of issues. And remember, there haven't been as many East Coast storms this year. Isaias, Bertha, and Faye. Isaias and Bertha impacted the Carolinas. Faye hit way up there towards New Jersey. So here's where we're at as far as hurricane season is concerned. We made our way all the way through the alphabet. You know, we had, did we have Arthur this year? We had Bertha and also Isaias and all that. We made our way all the way through there. And then we made our way all the way to Zeta in the Greek alphabet. Remember, we go to the Greek alphabet after we do the regular one. And the record for most named storms in a year was 2005. We made it all the way to Zeta. Zeta did not get its name until December 30th in 2005. So we are way ahead by 2 months So that lets you know that we still have time where we could have more named storms. Right now, there's nothing out there brewing that has a chance for development, only the one developed system that is Zeta, but we will likely see that record broken from 2005. Let's just hope that if there are any more storms later on this year, that none of them impact land. The best kind of hurricane is one that doesn't impact land. I like to say, because we don't want to have any damage out there. Hurricanes are a part of Earth. They've always been here. They've always been occurring. We just would rather them not make landfall. So let's take a look at the 7-day forecast. Looking like we're going to be pretty cool today. Only temperatures rising up to about 50 degrees. 42 when you wake up on Wednesday, 64 for the high. You see the temperatures slowly creeping up, but staying below average all throughout the next 7 days. Average in the top right corner of your screen, 79. Low average is 57. You see that all of our temperatures staying below average throughout the next week. Halloween showing 74 for the high. Going to be great weather for trick-or-treating if you can manage it. It's coronavirus this year. I know a lot of people aren't doing it. Maybe if you have a unique way of getting around and being able to do it safely. I hope that you can have a good one with that. At least spend some time with the family within your immediate household. It will be good weather to be outside. So 74 again for Sunday. Don't forget to turn those clocks back before you wake up on Sunday too, because it is time to fall back. Take a look at the rainfall outlook from day 8 through day 14 beyond the 7-day forecast. Looking like we're going to see below average rainfall. Not good. We need more rain. And then around average temperatures. Remember, that's lows in the mid to upper 50s, highs in the upper 70s to lower 80s. So looking like we're going to see these temperatures stay pretty nice here as we make our way into the end of October, or rather into the early part of November. Your Lone Star 3-day forecast showing that it's going to be pretty wet here across much of the state for today. And then you see still a little bit of rain activity as we head throughout Wednesday. Then Thursday, remember, we're drying up here. Everyone else is too. It's going to be drier weather across much of the state as we head into Thursday, with temperatures anywhere from the 40s to the 50s to the even 60s and 70s for highs, all depending on where you are. Of course, Texas is a big state, and the temperatures can be very different wherever you may be. I think yesterday there was a heat index value down towards McAllen of 94, maybe even a little bit warmer, and then the wind chill in Amarillo was 4 degrees. So man, that's a big change in temperatures, but Texas is a big state. So let's take a look at the Texas State Park forecast as we make our way throughout tomorrow. This is the forecast for tomorrow. You're going to wake up in the morning 30s and 40s. If you're going to do an early hike, make sure you pack the jacket. And then by the afternoon, everyone should see some sunshine, and it should be beautiful weather with temperatures in the 50s and 60s. Maybe even go out there, check out some of those fall colors. Maybe they're starting to show a little bit more at places like Lost Maples State Natural Area out there in the hill country. So I hope you all have a wonderful day. I'm going to pop back up the 7-day forecast here so you can see it. I'm going to be in for Meteorologist Andrew Wilson at noon. Be sure to tune into that. Weather Chief Bill Taylor's in at 4, 5, 6, and 10. Meteorologist Megan Massey is going to go a little bit more into how, if this cold is unusual, and a little bit more into the facts about cold weather in late October here during the 5 o'clock show. So be sure to tune into that as well. We'll have the latest on news and weather all across your region as we head throughout today for the noon, 4, 5, 6, and 10 newscasts. Be sure to tune in. And, of course, you can get the latest news whenever you're on the go with the KENS 5 app. Be sure to download that from the App Store. And we'll keep you updated on KENS5.com, right here on Facebook, as well as Twitter and YouTube. We're live on YouTube right now. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll keep you updated right here at KENS 5.